Okay, I'm going to show you how to selectively lighten a part of your shot. Now I'm running GIMP 2.8 and I'm in single window mode, so all of my tools are showing up in one big window. On the left hand side you see all the individual tools. In the center you see the image that we're going to work with, and on the right you see the layers menu and below it the palettes. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create another layer on this window. So I'm going to come over here to the right hand side, the little piece of paper with the star on it, and click to create a new layer. So the dialog panel shows up. We're going to call this layer lighting, and I'm going to note that it's saying it's 6000 by 4000, which is the resolution of my picture, and we're in transparent mode, so there's going to be nothing in this picture when we're done. So we've now created a blank layer. If I come over here to the right hand side, I see that I've got two layers, a lighting layer and an image layer. And the lighting layer is blue. That's the layer that I'm currently working on. So because we're going to do lighting on this, we're going to change the mode of this layer to be a soft light. So I'm going to come up here to the top of the right hand side where it says normal. I'm going to pop up the dialog box and I'm going to slide down here to soft light. So now we're going to be in soft lighting mode. So what this is going to do is add whatever color I put onto the images, and it's going to adjust the brightness and the color of whatever's below it. So the way this works is I'm going to come over here to the left hand side to my tools, and I want to generate something kind of with a smooth coloring to it. So I'm going to use the airbrush tool. Now that's currently selected right there. And I want to paint with white. So there's a black and a white box here. Right now we're painting with black, so I'm going to hit the toggle button to make it paint with white. So now we're ready to do some painting on this lighting layer. Now if I move my cursor over the lighting layer, I've got a really small dot that I would be painting with. So I want to increase the size. Right now the size is 20 pixels. That's down here in the airbrush tool options. So I'm going to slide it and let's make it 150 pixels. Now I've got a decent size tool to work with. It's maybe half the size of this column of the lighting that we're gonna do. So now I'm going to start painting with it, and I'm just going to drag over it and start painting in some white on the image. And what you can see is that as I'm doing this, the whole object is starting to lighten and become a lighter shade than it was. So I can come in here, all these highlights, and I can paint over them, and the color is sort of changing if I do that. So come in here, and I might have to go over this multiple passes to get the shading that I want. Again, the airbrush is sort of a light coverage. So I can go over it multiple times. Down the pole here, light this up a little bit. Now, let's see what that looks like. What did I actually paint? Well, that's what I actually painted. Sort of looks like a ghost. I didn't have to get the coverage very perfect. If I wanted to, I can come in here and touch it up and smooth it out some more and make it even. But because I'm sort of painting with the light, I don't have to hit exactly. I don't have to fill it in completely. So that's the effect of the lighting. Let me show you what happens if I change the opacity. If I take this opacity all the way down to 0, you can see the light gets dark again. If I take the opacity back up to 100%, you can see how much lighter it got. Now this opacity is this slider that's over here on the right hand side with the soft light. So I can slide it back and forth and watch my image change. Here it is fully lit. Here it is at about 50%. And here it is with no additional soft light layer. So that's soft lighting. It's not too hard to do once you find all the right tools. I hope that helped.